Hey everybody, I'm going to talk to you about the most recent Game of Thrones episode. It's called The Broken Man. So, if you haven't seen it, this is your spoiler warning to go watch it and then come back because I'm going to talk to you about the big reveal that happened right before the opening credits. The Hound is back. Yes, another quote-unquote dead character is back in Season 6, sort of the season that keeps giving, the season that gave back. That should be the tagline for this season. We got Jon Snow came back, we got the Stark reunion, we got Benjen Stark. Just payoffs are happening more frequently. Things and the plots are happening a lot faster as we head towards the end of the actual story. And now the Hound is back. Now, he didn't look good. We could have easily presumed he was dead. The show could have left him that way. It was actually kind of a cool end for his character with Arya. But now he's back and felt a little diminished, actually. Excited to see him. Took me by surprise. Even on this season of Big Returns, I didn't expect to see the Hound. Maybe I was expecting someone else that from the books, because Benjen appeared last week, gave me hope that someone else might appear. Maybe that'll still happen. Didn't expect to see the Hound. Very happy about it. Still, the arc he had this episode was a little cliche. It felt a little light for Game of Thrones. Felt a little un-Game of Thronesy in the fact that, yes, a lot of people wound up dying in the end, but it was because they were kind of like weirdly leading this communal support group of pacifists who were just kind of really easy targets. Ian McShane guested in this episode. We knew he was going to guest star in Season 6. We didn't know who it was. People were trying to tie him to book characters. The trouble with that was that, A, there's not a lot of book left, and B, we knew he'd only be around for like a very brief amount of time, like one episode. Like he was a one-off character, Septon created for this episode for the sake of the Hound's return, sort of a reformed soldier, thief, murderer himself, who refused to fight back. Now, it's one thing to turn the other cheek, it's another thing just to not defend yourself and to sort of be foolish about it, and that's kind of where he was there. So his efforts to impart his new morality to the Hound, it just felt like he was being unwise and kind of foolish. The Hound called him out on that. It's one thing, to lead a new life, but it's another thing to just let yourself be killed, and that's essentially what happened there. And then the Hound was going to go back to being the Hound. So the Hound was sort of not the Hound and sort of this new man for a very brief amount of time, and it didn't take much to sort of push him back to his old life. We're assuming he's going to just go kill a bunch of people with that axe. So happy to see the Hound back. Wasn't the greatest Hound storyline for his return, but happy nonetheless. What did you guys think? You could read my review on IGN.com, and stay tuned to IGN for all things Game of Thrones.